Transmissions jammed. Proximity coverage only.
Hey guys, Jacob here. As you know, Warlords of New York has been released, and there are a lot of new changes with this new update, from stuff like the brand set changes, gear set changes, the exotic changes, and much more. Today I'm going to be talking about the recalibration station that has been updated, and this is probably actually my favorite feature that has been added to this game, and I know you guys who are new are a little bit confused with this, so I've decided to make a video a little bit in depth on talking to you guys how it works and how to recalibrate your gear. First of all, when you guys open your menu, you will see the recalibration station and recalibration library. Originally, if you had a piece that was 15% weapon damage and you wanted it on another piece, it would actually destroy that item and be gone forever, and you can no longer get it back, and you had that stat roll. That's still the case, so you can still destroy gear and stuff. You're going to have to make some of this work. Obviously, but if you go to your recalibration station, you will see stuff, the weapons here, and the gear. I'm going to start with body armor first. You can see core attributes, which core attributes are the main things that are on gear. So if it's red core attribute, that means it's weapon damage. If it's yellow, it's a skill tier, most likely a utility brand set, and if it's armor, it's probably a defensive style brand set as well. But you'll see weapon damage is 15%. So that's the max for weapon damage. Skill tier is just 1 because you stack your skill tiers. And armor, you can get up to 170,000, which is like here, which will be extracted. So essentially, you can extract this 170,000 armor and have it forever. You no longer have to farm for these max roll pieces. So if you want to have 170,000 armor, it's pretty much there forever. You no longer have to farm for it. You never have to grind for that gear to get it back or get that piece back. But if you extract this, it will destroy this piece of gear. It will be gone. So just remember that. You will destroy this piece. Weapon handling, that crit damage will be gone, but you will have the max armor roll. So if you find a piece you do not want, but it has that really high max armor roll, essentially you can roll this onto any piece you want. Same goes for stuff like this appointment here, 155,000. So if you're new and you find 150,000 armor roll and you're like, oh my god, I've never seen one that high, you should hold on to it, and that way you can just have something close to the max roll, or anything you guys find, like even at 138,000. If you guys are new and you're finding rolls like this, keep extracting them until you get the max roll you're looking for. Same goes for stuff like weapon damage and skill tiers. Skill tiers are pretty much the more you have, the more skill tiers you have, and same goes for armor. The more core attributes you'll have, you can pretty much have a shield build. Attributes are the minor attributes, stuff like weapon handling, crit chance, crit damage, headshot damage, which you guys can see right here from the core attributes, and the normal attributes is stuff like crit chance and headshot damage, and you can extract these if you find the max, or until you find the max. You can put them in your library that you have them forever. Same goes for stuff for like armor generation, but you can see this is on a name piece, so I'm not going to just destroy this because it's on a name piece. Same goes for stuff like hazard protection, health, explosive resistance, skill damage, and the list goes on. And for talents, these are the chest piece talents, stuff like explosive delivery, skilled, spotter. So if you find a piece you do not want, you can just take the talent off and throw it in your library and have it forever. Overwatch is pretty much what replaced Berserk. As you guys will see here, it is not on this list. And there are a few new talents as well, stuff like Vanguard and Glass Cannon. And Obliterate is now on here, which used to be on the gloves. And that's going to be it for the chest piece. And for backpacks, this is the same thing. Core attributes are exactly the same. Stuff like for weapon damage, your backpack, the skill tiers, the armor. You can see 164,000 armor. And you can pretty much extract these until you have the max rolls on all your pieces. This works for the holsters. This works for knee pads. The attributes are the same as well. You'll have, for example, this is crit damage on knee pads, or by the backpack. You can have your crit damage on here, but if you do take that off, it will destroy the backpack. So this is a backpack I use a lot, so I'm not going to destroy this because I use this with a few other builds, but same goes for all these other stats. As for talents, there are a lot of talents I am missing, which I'm still looking for, that I've not found yet, or found a piece that has them. But good example is Energized. I have not seen a single Energized backpack yet. At least one that's, if there's one for sale, I do not know about it. But I'm trying to find all of these, and so far I've only found a few. There's a few of them I've actually deconstructed on accident, but like for example, this Unstoppable Force, which will be extracted if I take it off, but it does have 20% skill repair, and I do not have 20% on the backpack yet, so I'm not going to take that off of there. If you go down to stuff like right here, you guys will see skill repair. That's 20% on this backpack, but it will take away unstoppable force, which I'd rather have the skill repair because I can always find another unstoppable force backpack or buy it from something and roll it into my library. But like say I roll the skill repair off, and then boom, you have max skill repair right there. Same goes for stuff like skill damage. So like this backpack, which is Murakami right here, and there's this one which is Alp Summit. If I roll this skill damage or recalibrate it, extract it, boom, then you have skill damage. This pretty much works for everything. So like this is explosive resistance, but I'm not going to get rid of this because this isn't my perfect clutch backpack, and I do use this a little bit. But this works for pretty much everything. For knee pads, holsters, and gloves, it's just core attributes and attributes. There's no talents because you can't get talents anymore, but this works exactly the same as well. Now to some of the weapons, I'm going to start with assault rifles first, and these pretty much work all the same way. You'll have your core attributes for like say assault rifle damage and health damage, which you guys will see right here. And for attributes, you have damage to armor, crit chance, damage to targets out of cover, headshot damage, crit damage, reload speed, stability, accuracy, optimal range, magazine size, and rate of fire. Yes, you can get rate of fire on your assault rifle. A lot of people think you cannot, but you can. You can get up to 5% rate of fire on your assault rifle if you have the roll. But here's like optimal range, for example. I'm never going to use optimal range on, like this gun, for example, right here. I could just take this off. And boom, I have 10% optimal range, which maxes 24, but you still have 10%, which is better than nothing. So if you find something that has, like, say, magazine size, that's a 10%, and you can't find anything higher, that's better than nothing. You're still finding, a pretty high stat roll there, but you see, like, accuracy is 12%, so you're going to try to find all these and max them out. But for talents, you can see right here as well, these are the talents for your guns. So if you're trying to find one like, say, like Fast Hands here, which is on this SOCOM, I'm not going to deconstruct this due to the fact it has 9% crit chance on it, which I'm probably going to end up recrafting, some new guns and seeing if I can get, a roll like that. But I have not crafted one yet. So if I go to attributes here, and I go to crit chance, I can actually go to this SOCOM MK16 and actually extract the crit chance, so I almost have the max roll, which is 9.5. Now I'll go to SMGs as well, so you guys can see these real quick, but these are pretty much all the same. This goes for crit chance as well, SMG damage, so if you find a max roll on SMG damage and crit, you can pretty much get all these. That way you have, say you find a gun that has like max SMG, max crit chance, almost max crit damage with strained, and then you could take that max crit damage and you'll have a max stat gun. Attributes as well, this works the same way: damage to armor, health damage, damage to targets out of cover, stuff like this. And talents as well, you can extract these just like any other gun. For LMG, well, you can do this exactly the same, like LMG damage, damage to targets out of cover. Attributes are the same as well: crit chance, health damage, stuff like that. You can just go all the way down here and see. Only difference between this is, if you guys are not familiar, it's Unhinged and Frenzy. Those are the two talents that are pretty much LMG, or 4 LMGs. That goes for weapon stuff like rifles and marksman rifles that have unique talents as well, which is pretty much exactly the same. And they do have core attributes and stuff like health damage. But you'll see here, this is an all maxed out M700 tactical, which I use a lot. This is my main sniper rifle that I use most of the time, because it has max headshot damage, max marksman rifle damage, which was 1% off, and it has max crit hit damage. But to basically roll this gear, which is what you guys are probably curious about, when you go to your library and you find a piece you want to extract, it could be, a good example would be like this health damage here. If you wanted to extract this health damage, you can extract it, and then you'd have to go back over to your guns, and you'd have that roll. Or a better example, if you go to the Recalibration library and you go to like a body armor piece, and you have a talent, and say we'll go with Spotter. You're going to want to remove Spotter from that piece you're not going to use, and then go back over to the Recalibration and go to a chest piece and roll Spotter onto that piece you want to have. So that's pretty much the easiest way to explain it. So deconstruct the piece you do not want, and then it'll be in your library, and then throw it onto the piece you want to use. But that's just a quick little video explaining recalibration for you guys, because I know a lot of you guys are a little bit confused on it about some of the roles and stuff like that. But thank you guys all for watching. Make sure you subscribe for daily Division 2 content, and I will catch you guys all later.